Milana Vayntrub has long captivated audiences with her humor, warmth, and approachability, building a career that extends far beyond her widely recognized role as Lily Adams in the AT&T commercials. While that iconic character brought her mainstream attention, Milana's journey has always been defined by her authenticity, creativity, and commitment to meaningful work. Over the years, she has established herself not only as an actress, but also as a writer, activist, and voice for positive change, consistently showing that her public persona is rooted in genuine human connection rather than superficial image-making. Recently, she shared a candid photo on social media that quickly garnered widespread discussion, capturing attention not just for its aesthetic appeal, but for the confidence and honesty it radiates. In a world dominated by heavily curated images and unrealistic portrayals of perfection, this photograph stands out as refreshingly human, highlighting her natural form without filters or digital alteration. The response from fans was overwhelmingly positive, reflecting a broader cultural hunger for authenticity, representation, and realness in media. By choosing to share herself as she truly is, Milana offers a powerful reminder of what it means to embrace oneself fully, to celebrate individuality, and to embody confidence that comes from within, rather than external validation. Her decision resonates on many levels. It is both a personal statement and a reflection of evolving cultural values that increasingly prioritize honesty, relatability, and self-expression over curated perfection. Milana's authenticity demonstrates that true influence stems not from conforming to arbitrary ideals, but from the courage to be unapologetically oneself, and this ethos has become a hallmark of her enduring appeal. The rise of Milana Vayntrub, from commercial star to cultural icon. Milana's career trajectory offers a compelling example of how talent, authenticity, and thoughtful engagement can shape a modern public persona. While her portrayal of Lily Adams introduced her to millions, she has consistently expanded her creative work, taking on diverse acting roles, writing projects, and advocacy initiatives that reflect her multifaceted interests and her dedication to impactful storytelling. Milana bridges humor with social consciousness, using her platform to engage audiences in ways that go beyond entertainment, demonstrating that public figures can simultaneously inspire and connect through vulnerability, relatability, and thoughtfulness. Her recent candid photograph aligns perfectly with this approach, allowing her to foster a direct, authentic connection with fans, while subtly challenging the rigid expectations often placed on women in Hollywood. In an industry notorious for pressuring actors to maintain narrowly defined standards of beauty, Milana's transparency serves as a reminder that confidence, self-expression, and individuality are more meaningful than conformity. Her openness invites broader conversation about representation, body positivity, and the ways in which authenticity can redefine public engagement. By revealing herself in this candid, unaltered way, Milana reinforces the idea that cultural influence is strengthened when it is rooted in truth and human connection, rather than purely curated appearances. She has become a figure who demonstrates that a career in entertainment can be both successful and principled, that humor and seriousness can coexist, and that authenticity is a powerful tool for cultural impact. Embracing body positivity in a filtered world, Milana's recent image is particularly impactful because it emphasizes natural beauty and celebrates body positivity in an era saturated with digitally altered perfection. In a landscape where filters, retouching, and highly curated visuals dominate social media and mainstream media alike, seeing a celebrity embrace her authentic form is not only refreshing, but also profoundly empowering. The photo draws attention to her natural shape, celebrating individuality without adherence to restrictive societal ideals of beauty or body size. By choosing to present herself without alteration, Milana offers fans a symbolic reminder that true confidence and attractiveness stem from self-acceptance and comfort within one's own skin. Her decision is both a personal act of courage and a larger statement about the need for honest representation in media, creating a space where viewers feel validated and encouraged to embrace their unique forms. Milana's authenticity demonstrates that beauty is not a formulaic standard, but an individual quality, and that the power of self-expression can resonate more deeply than polished appearances ever could. Her openness nurtures a sense of belonging and affirmation, inspiring audiences to celebrate diversity, reject unrealistic expectations, and cultivate self-love. In doing so, she challenges both cultural norms and industry practices, modeling how celebrities can influence social attitudes by prioritizing honesty, vulnerability, and inclusivity over superficial perfection. The impact of authentic representation. The response to Milana's candid photo reflects the profound influence that genuine representation can have. Fans praised her for simultaneously displaying confidence and vulnerability, and many shared how her openness helped them feel more comfortable in their own skin. In a society where unrealistic beauty standards can shape self-perception and self-esteem, seeing a public figure embrace her natural body offers validation and encouragement for individuals navigating similar pressures. Milana's image has sparked conversations about inclusivity, diversity, and self-acceptance, reinforcing the value of authenticity in media. By presenting herself honestly, she is redefining the narrative of celebrity beauty, demonstrating that embracing one's flaws and owning individuality can be both empowering and inspirational. Her example offers a model for audiences of all ages, illustrating that real influence arises from sincerity and courage rather than adherence to a narrow ideal. Through this candid act, Milana fosters a cultural shift toward valuing transparency, self-awareness, and empathy, highlighting how authentic representation can transform the way audiences perceive both media figures and themselves. Challenging Hollywood norms. Hollywood has long maintained rigid expectations around appearance, particularly for women, dictating standards of beauty, body size, and presentation that influence casting, career opportunities, and public perception. Within this context, Milana Vayntrub's decision to share an unfiltered photograph is a bold and meaningful departure from convention. By presenting herself authentically, she communicates that self-acceptance and individuality are far more important than conforming to arbitrary standards. This act transcends a simple social media post, serving as an intentional statement about empowerment, confidence, and self-worth. In a culture dominated by edited visuals and glossy representations, Milana's transparency offers a compelling alternative, one that normalizes diversity, celebrates authenticity, and invites audiences to reconsider how they define beauty. Her decision carries both aesthetic and social significance, highlighting the importance of individuality and contributing to a broader movement that embraces inclusivity, mental well-being, and self-empowerment. Milana's courage illustrates that true confidence is cultivated from within, through self-awareness and acceptance, and that public figures can wield cultural influence by modeling authenticity in their everyday choices. Fostering community. Through openness beyond her own empowerment, Milana's candidness fosters a sense of community among her audience. The photo sparked discussions around self-image, societal pressures, and authenticity, creating a space for shared stories, reflection, and mutual encouragement. Fans have responded by sharing personal experiences shaped by media-driven expectations, and in doing so, a dialogue of empathy, validation, and growth has emerged. Milana's willingness to be vulnerable demonstrates that openness is a form of leadership. It allows others to engage honestly, without fear of judgment, and encourages collective resilience and self-compassion. Through her example, she shows that sharing one's true self is not a weakness but a strength, and that public figures can build supportive communities by embracing their own authenticity. This approach underscores how vulnerability and self-expression can empower others, cultivating confidence, empathy, and meaningful connections. Redefining confidence for a modern audience. Milana's approach challenges traditional notions of confidence, which often tie self-assurance to social validation or adherence to aesthetic ideals. Instead, she demonstrates that genuine confidence emerges from embracing one's individuality, accepting imperfections, and presenting oneself authentically. Her unfiltered image serves as a concrete example of this philosophy, illustrating that courage and self-awareness are central to empowerment. This message resonates strongly with younger generations, who seek relatable role models and realistic representations in media. Milana encourages viewers to reconsider how they measure worth and beauty, advocating for self-compassion, individuality, and integrity. Vulnerability, in her view, is a source of strength rather than weakness, and by modeling this, she empowers audiences to embrace their own narratives, accept their unique qualities, and cultivate self-love. Her approach demonstrates that confidence is holistic, inclusive, and rooted in authenticity, reflecting a deep understanding of modern personal empowerment that extends far beyond appearance. The cultural significance of Milana's photo. Milana's candid photograph carries cultural weight, participating in a broader conversation about authenticity, inclusivity, and representation. In a society where media often prioritizes superficial perfection, her image signals a shift toward valuing honesty, relatability, and diverse expressions of beauty. By refusing to conform to rigid standards, Milana emphasizes that individuality and self-expression are more meaningful than traditional glamour, inspiring audiences who crave realistic role models. The overwhelmingly positive reception highlights the public's desire for content that fosters connection, encourages self-acceptance, and sparks cultural dialogue. Milana's act of authenticity is not only personal, it is a social statement that encourages reconsideration of long-standing biases and promotes empathy, celebrating the wide spectrum of human experiences. Her image affirms the importance of visibility and representation, showing that embracing uniqueness can influence cultural perceptions, reshape societal standards, and inspire inclusive thinking. Inspiring future generations. One of the most powerful aspects of Milana Vayntrub's openness is the way it can inspire younger generations to embrace their own individuality and cultivate genuine confidence. By presenting herself authentically, without filters or artifice, she demonstrates that true self-assurance comes not from meeting external expectations or conforming to narrow societal ideals, but from embracing one's unique qualities and celebrating personal identity. For young audiences navigating the pressures of appearance, social media, and cultural standards, Milana's example provides a tangible, reassuring model of self-acceptance in action. Her willingness to share her real self invites viewers to reflect on their own journeys, fostering empathy and understanding for themselves and others, and encouraging them to value authenticity over perfection. In doing so, she reframes conventional ideas of beauty and success, showing that worth is measured not by how closely one aligns with imposed standards, but by the courage to live in alignment with personal values, talents, and passions. Through her visibility, Milana also creates a broader cultural environment where diverse experiences and bodies are acknowledged and celebrated, helping younger generations see themselves reflected in someone they admire. Her example reinforces the importance of embracing individuality as a source of strength, demonstrating that confidence grows through self-compassion, curiosity, and acceptance rather than comparison or conformity. Beyond the personal impact, Milana's openness inspires a sense of collective empowerment, showing that authenticity can foster community, connection, and positive social change. Young people observing her journey are reminded that living authentically is not only empowering but also courageous, and that sharing one's true self can encourage others to do the same. In this way, Milana's presence becomes more than entertainment. It becomes a lesson in resilience, empathy, and self-respect, providing a framework for how future generations can navigate societal pressures while remaining grounded in their own identity. By modeling honesty, vulnerability, and joy, she encourages audiences to embrace their individuality fully, explore their passions, and approach life with confidence and courage. Her influence demonstrates that authentic living is contagious. By being unapologetically herself, Milana shows that it is possible to inspire others to do the same, fostering a culture of self-expression, inclusivity, and empowerment that can ripple far beyond her immediate audience. In essence, her example reminds young people that their uniqueness is not only valid but valuable, and that the path to confidence and fulfillment begins with accepting and celebrating themselves exactly as they are. Conclusion: the power of authenticity. Milana Vayntrub's recent unfiltered photo is much more than just a social media post. It is a heartfelt declaration of confidence, individuality, and authenticity that resonates deeply with audiences. By choosing to share her true self openly, she challenges long-standing societal norms and encourages an important dialogue about self-worth, body image, and the value of embracing one's uniqueness. In doing so, Milana demonstrates that true influence does not come from perfection or curated appearances, but from honesty, integrity, and a willingness to be seen as you truly are. Her example shows that public figures can inspire meaningful cultural change simply by modeling self-acceptance and authenticity, proving that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength that fosters connection, empathy, and understanding. In a world often dominated by polished images and social media facades, her choice stands as a refreshing reminder that courage, self-awareness, and personal truth are timeless qualities that empower both the individual and those around them. By embracing who she is completely, without compromise or apology, Milana sets an example that extends far beyond aesthetics, showing that confidence is cultivated from within and that genuine strength comes from living authentically. Her message is clear and universal. Real empowerment comes from celebrating oneself fully, nurturing inner resilience, and expressing individuality without fear of judgment. Through this openness, Milana not only affirms her own identity, but also inspires others to honor theirs, leaving a lasting impression that reminds us all that authenticity is at the heart of true confidence and enduring personal power.